in Mexico, better be prepared to stop every half hour, 45 minutes to pay tolls if you're on toll road. But man alive, it's just crazy. They had the military, the police back there on that toll bridge. They had a helicopter in the air, and they check your paperwork, make sure you have the right permit. So it cost me, the permit cost for when I came into Mexico, it was about, I think, $500 US, and it's for 190 days. But when you cancel it after a month or so, then you get $400 back. So that $400 is only for a down payment if you do have an accident, or for a premium, I guess. Yeah. And so yeah, they take care of that. But this is crazy. Look at this long line up here. And then so anyways, when you get into Mexico, you gotta make sure, well, you gotta go through borders and all that. And then you gotta get permits for everybody, which cost $500, I think, US. And then there's one guy tried it twice on he's a Canadian, and he tried twice to get a permit, a personal permit to be here for 190 days, and he lost more than $1,000. Yeah, he lost some 1,400 Canadian dollars doing it that way. So we just did it. I mean, we looked into doing it on the internet, but people had lots of trouble, so we didn't even do it. So it took a few hours, and then you gotta get a permit for your vehicle, like I mentioned before. And because I have a company vehicle, I had to get certification from my lawyer, my registration, company registration, my name on there. So that took about an hour longer than it should have because of that. And because I don't understand Spanish, it took us 4 hours to do that paperwork. And Faith had to go to the dentist. That took till 11 o'clock, and from 11 to 3 I was messing around with clearing everything. So you could cross the border, and if you don't go too far, you don't have to get a vehicle permit. There's a free zone, like within half an hour from the border, there's a free zone where you don't have to get a permit, avoid vehicles and all that. And that's where all the check stops that we just passed through come in. They'll ask for your permit, vehicle, and if you don't have it, you'll get shot. And this far into Mexico. We're about an hour and a half into Mexico now, and we can see the mountains. I don't think you'll see them on the camera, but there's mountains all the way around us here. Anyways, it's pretty neat. I've only seen this in the movies. Well, yeah, it looks like they're cracking down on the cartel, because they pull over vehicles and they check underneath and everything. And quite interesting. So yeah, so you gotta get visas for everybody and permits for the vehicles if you're gonna be driving. If you just come in, you just getting the visa is no problem. They'll charge you a fee and away you go. So you can try it on the internet. If you're Canadian, it will not work on the internet, especially if you have a new passport. It will not work on the internet because Canada put an extra number on, and they don't accept that in Mexico, and you lose your $500 American. So yeah, $700 Canadian each time you lose. So you're aware of that. But yeah, it's been a learning curve. Anyway, there's the mountains. Pretty neat. Oh, those mountains are starting to